Hello, friends. Welcome to Transcendent Astrology and Tarot. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm an author, speaker, astrologer, and tarot reader. And today's video is about the Taurus new moon happening on May 7th of 2024 at 8:22 p.m. Pacific time. And I am calling this the luckiest new moon of the year. So if you're interested, please do stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do tarot and astrology readings. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. So the new moon in Taurus is happening at 18 degrees, 2 minutes Taurus. A new moon is about new beginnings, fresh starts. It's the new lunation. It's also known as the dark moon because we don't see any moon in the sky during a new moon. But it is the time for brand new opportunities, setting your intentions for manifestation. And this new moon is completely incredible. It is the prime opportunity for manifesting, for setting your intentions, for creating something new. And besides the point, you are going to have a great big boost from Uranus during this time, with Jupiter expanding what Uranus is doing with the new moon, which is totally incredible. I'm calling this beautiful, new, unexpected, big things coming to fruition. Because those words describe what is happening in Taurus at the time of the new moon. So what is happening in Taurus? I'm gonna put the chart up there so you guys can see why I am calling this the beautiful, new, unexpected, big things coming to fruition. So as you can see by the chart, look how many planets we have in Taurus at the time of the new moon. We're starting with Venus at 10 degrees, the sun and the moon, of course, at 18 degrees, 2 minutes. We have Uranus at 22 degrees Taurus and Jupiter at 25 degrees Taurus. Now, of course, Uranus and Jupiter are separating currently. They were conjunct, but now they're separating, and they're still conjunct though, even though they're separating. But if you look at 10 degrees to 25 degrees, that's a 15-degree separation. So in between that degree of separation, we have Venus, which I would still consider to be conjunct the sun and the moon because they're 8 degrees apart. And then we have the sun and the moon conjunct Uranus, because they're only 4 degrees apart. And then of course, the sun and the moon are also conjunct Jupiter because they are 7 degrees apart. So as you can see, all of these planets happen to be in conjunction with one another. And what I like to say is they're in bed with one another in Taurus. So what does Taurus here represent? If you haven't checked out my Taurus season video, I'm gonna post that link right here so you can view it after this video. But Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. It is fixed earth. It is the earthiest of the earthiest of the earthiest signs. It is stable, secure. It's about things coming to fruition through planting the seeds and allowing them to grow. Taurus traits are stability, constancy, persistence, cooling, soft, earthy, sensual, sexual, and the pleasures of the physical, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And guess what? Venus is in her home sign of Taurus, where she feels comfy, she feels cozy. It's exactly where she wants to be. And Venus being conjunct the new moon in Taurus is helping out this new moon energy with beauty and abundance. Let's look at the chart again and see what we see here. I want to show you that we still have a fair amount of planets in Aries, and we have Mars in Aries, its home sign as well. So both Venus and Mars are in their home signs during this lunation. We have the North Node Chiron and Mercury in Aries, Chiron and Mercury were conjunct just the day before on May 6th, and they are now separating. And I did an entirely other video on the conjunction between Mercury and Chiron, and I'll post that link right here. But we've got the North Node there as well in Aries. Then we have Pluto, which is the only planet retrograde during this lunation. And Pluto, of course, is at 2 degrees Aquarius. Now, one other thing I want to note about this chart is that the South Node is all by its lonesome here during this new moon in Taurus. And so all of the other planets are in the other half of the chart. And this is quite significant, as we will see as we're going through the planetary aspects for this new moon. Before we go into the aspects, I like to look at the Sabían symbol for 18 degrees Taurus. The Sabían symbol here I found in Dane Rudyard's book, An Astrological Mandala. The Sabían symbol for 18 degrees Taurus is a woman airing an old bag through the open window of her room. And the translation of that is purification, or the cleansing of ego consciousness. And according to Dane Rudyard, the real enemy is the ego and its attachment to possessions. The mind is shown in the likeness of a bag now empty and needing to be aired in the sunlight, but the window must first be open and the bag emptied. We're going to come back to this Sabían symbol, which the Sabían symbol, there is one Sabían symbol for each of the degrees of the zodiac. That's 360 degrees. And each of the Sabían symbols has a significance or a meaning in human development. And I really like this one, and I'm going to explain why, especially as we come toward the planetary aspects. So this is really about the purification, letting go of ego-based consciousness as we manifest, as we set intentions, as we build something new in the sign of Taurus. The first degree I want to talk about is Saturn in Pisces at 17 degrees, sextile the sun and moon, or the new moon. I really like this for Taurus energy, for new moon energy, because Taurus is really about planting the seeds. Think about when Taurus season happens. Taurus season happens in the spring when things are beginning to bloom. The flowers are blossoming, the trees are coming with fruit and blossoms, and all of these buds are starting to grow. It is the most floral and beautiful part of the spring season, depending on where you are in the country, of course, or in the world. But typically, when we start Taurus season toward the end of April, going through May, is when we see the most flowers budding in the springtime. So Saturn being structure, stability, and it is in Pisces, which is really about spirituality and expansion and universal growth. And it is sextile, which is really a friendly aspect to the new moon in Taurus, this really friendly aspect in Taurus, which is about growth and stability. So if you are manifesting your dreams, if you're setting your intentions for creating something new, Saturn, which usually gets a bad rap, right? Saturn does get a bad rap. But Saturn in Pisces sextile the new moon in Taurus is giving some gentle guidance to helping you create something that will develop for the long term. And that is the key phrase here, is that it will help you to manifest something that is going to last for a very, very long time. It's planting those seeds well in fertile soil so that they may blossom, grow, and bear fruit, not just for this year, but for years to come. The second aspect I'd like to speak about is Venus conjunct the new moon in Taurus. Now, Venus being the feminine, about sensuality, abundance, money, beauty. This is really an opportunity to create the physical in your life. Venus is going to help you make your life more beautiful, tangible, something more abundant and flowing with money and happiness, joy. It could be physical beauty. It could be getting a whole new wardrobe for spring. It could be decorating your house so it feels flowing and beautiful and aesthetically pleasing to the eye. This is really about caring for yourself and not moving too hard, working too hard. Because of this conjunction with Venus and the new moon, it is also about self-care that will help you then be able to create that which you desire that manifests in the physical world. Let's look at two aspects that are going to be helpful, but I really believe that this is what the Sabían symbol about removing the ego, overcoming ego-based consciousness, or the old woman airing out an empty bag in an open window. I believe that bag was filled with all of her past. The bag was filled with those fears of ego-based consciousness. It was filled with victim mentality. It was filled with holding on to physical objects even out of fear, poverty consciousness. And what this new moon is telling you to do is to be able to let all of that go, to manifest something even more beautiful, even bigger, something that's going to last into the long term, but that is going to please you. So the first challenge I see here is Uranus conjunct the new moon in Taurus. Now, this could be something amazing, unexpected, and completely beautiful that happens during this new moon. But sometimes Uranus does require you to break the foundation in order to create something new. I'm reminded of my kids when they were young and they used to build Lego towers or Lego castles or Lego houses. And sometimes my kids would spend the entire day, like on a rainy day or a snow day from school, they used to spend like 8 hours creating these beautiful, elaborate Lego castles. And then often at the end of the day, or even the next day, they used to completely crush those beautiful developments, crush them so they could start something new. And that would kind of break my heart a little bit because I'd be like, oh my God, you just spent 8 hours doing this. Why are you breaking it down? And the reason was that it was just a game to them. It was something to see if they could do it. And once they were satisfied with their outcome, they were going to break down that whole Lego castle, Lego tower in order to then the next day create something new. And that's what Uranus does in Taurus. And with this new moon being conjunct Uranus and Taurus, it might mean that, look, there's been something that I really want, and I've been wanting it for a long time to happen in my physical world, but it might cause you to have to break down or break up with something that you've been holding on to. And maybe you've been holding on to it for fear of loss. But Uranus is going to go, no, you need to get rid of this in order to plant the seeds to create something that's going to beautifully blossom for the future, for the unforeseeable future, meaning years and years and years to come. Now, another thing that's happening with this is that Jupiter is also conjunct. And so we have the sun, the moon, Uranus, and Jupiter. Now, Jupiter expands. Jupiter supersizes whatever planet it happens to be next to. It is closest right now to Uranus. And so whatever Uranus is going to break up or break out for you, Jupiter is going to supersize that. And I do feel that the ego is going to have fear of loss. Oh no! If this foundation crumbles, then I'm never going to be able to build it again. oh no, if I break up with this relationship, I'm never going to be able to have a beautiful relationship ever again. And it's not that. It's not the case. The whole point and purpose to this is to plant the new seeds for growth, is to have a new beginning, is to have a fresh start, is to plant the seeds in fertile soil, because the soil, guys, is very fertile right now, especially in May of 2024. Extremely fertile. And I'm going to explain why in just a moment. Let's go to another aspect. We have the South Node in conjunct the new moon. Now, in conjunctions are typically not a helpful aspect, but something that might cause some problems. Now, the South Node is in Libra. Libra is the sign of partnership. And the South Node, and we saw in the chart that the South Node is separate from everything else in the chart. But it also kind of puts an emphasis on it because it is separate from everything else in the chart. It's kind of like a guiding light or a leader, or it's a sore thumb, if you will. It's just hanging out there. So the in conjunct with the South Node could be you trying to manifest, create something new that's going to last, something beautiful for the unforeseeable future for years and years and decades to come. And then you're pulled to old habits, trying to please others, Libra, right? Partnerships, friendships, parents, family members, trying to weigh out the pros and cons. If I go out here and do this, are my parents going to be happy? If I go out and manifest this, is my partner going to be happy? Am I going to lose friends if I start to create and grow and move in this direction? And that is the trap. Don't get caught up in the trap of being too worried about what others will think if you manifest your dreams, because this is prime time, guys. This is the prime time to be doing this. Doing your manifestations, getting crystal clear on your intentions. And when I say crystal clear, I mean down to the very last detail crystal clear. Because Taurus is about breaking it down to the detail of the basics, right? It's not as detail oriented as Virgo, but it's about breaking it down to the basics. What do I need to do in order to have something bloom, right? If you're planting something, it's like, hey, I need the seeds, I need some planting soil, I need some water, maybe a little fertilizer, I need a trowel to dig into the dirt, I need to dig this deep, right? So those are the basic tools that you would need. And so when you're setting your intentions for something to manifest physically in this world, during this time, it's like, make sure your intentions are crystal clear and that you're really getting down to the basics of what you desire rather than being broad stroked, right? Because Taurus is not a broad stroked sign. Taurus is a very basic, specific sign, and it's fixed. So it's not like Pisces, which is the grandiose idea of something out there. It's something right here, right now in the physical that you want to see manifested. So if it's a specific sum of money that you would like manifested in this world to have a salary, for example, or income, you give a very specific number to the universe and say, I would like this specific number every single month. If it is manifesting with Venus there right next to the new moon, it was manifesting love, manifesting a romantic partner physically in this world, it's getting really specific on who that person would be for you. So it's about being very specific and not being too terribly worried about what others might think or how you might balance this people pleasing, right? You don't want to do that. That's letting go of the ego fear, as the Sabían symbol indicates. It's letting go of that fear, letting go of the ego consciousness. Ego consciousness is when what limits us, it's our fears, it's our self-sabotaging behavior, it's our limitations. It is trying to please others, people please, trying to fit in, being afraid to be our own individual. I mentioned that this is prime time, prime time this month in May for manifestation, physical manifestation, because Taurus is physical. Remember that. Taurus is about physical manifestation. It's prime time because we have a very special conjunction that only happens once every 13 months or so. And we've got the Sun and Jupiter conjunct. Now, in reality, the Sun and Jupiter are already conjunct, but they are moving closer and closer and closer together, and they will be exact on May 18th. Now, this is a very auspicious conjunction. It is a lucky conjunction. It's when good luck happens, opportunities arrive. My mentor, Dr. Deepak Chopra, always expressed what good luck is. Good luck is when opportunity meets preparedness, or preparedness meets opportunity. And that is good luck. It's you prepare first. You plant the seeds in fertile soil first, and then the opportunities arrive. That is good luck. And so since we have this very auspicious conjunction that is happening now at the new moon, and it will continue to grow and come exact on May 18th, that's why I said it's now. It's right now. It's time to manifest your dreams into physical reality. Get specifically clear on that which you would like to have in your life for the long term. So ask yourself these questions. What is it that you really want to establish in the physical for the long term? What would be the most beautiful manifestation you could imagine for your life? And do you believe you can have it? That is the most important. Do you believe you can have it? Are you ready to break apart foundations that you've previously built to create a better foundation that is more authentically you? Or will you let your ego get in the way of moving you toward your true desires? That's up to you to decide. But there is real opportunity here for this new moon in Taurus. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the tarot has to say about this new moon in Taurus. So dear angels and guides, what is the energy for this new moon in Taurus, and what do the viewers need to know for this energy, please and thank you. The Hierophant in reverse, I love this. It says non-conforming, and we're gonna go deeper into that. Non-conforming, to me, that's Uranus. Non-conforming, but let's continue. So angels and guides, what is the second energy for the new moon in Taurus? The Empress in reverse, and it says feminine power, but it does say pay attention to your body, pay attention to your creativity, pay attention and don't neglect your body, your energy, and your creativity. And let's get the third one. New moon in Taurus, please and thank you, angels. Two of Cups in reverse, unhealthy attachment. Wow, we've got 3 reversals. My goodness, we're going to get the solutions to these. So the first one, the Hierophant, it says non-conforming, and it also says unconventional life choices, alternative lifestyles, freedom, challenge the status quo, and think for yourself. Remember how I mentioned that Uranus is going to cause you to shake things up a little bit in your own life, or maybe you just don't have the choice but to do this. And with that South Node in Libra, you might be questioning, what will other people think if I choose for myself, if I think for myself, if I don't follow the crowd, if I am non-conventional in my choices that I want to make for me moving forward? So what is the solution for the Hierophant in reverse for this new moon in Taurus? Please and thank you. What is the solution? The Emperor in reverse, excessive control. I believe it's about taking yourself out from someone else's control. It is removing yourself from someone else's control. Now, what could that mean? It could mean influences from your friends. It could be influences from a boss or from your parents. And I really believe for you to be able to break away, break free, start a new foundation, it's going to require you to break away from excessive control from somebody or even your ego, right? Maybe your ego has had too strong of a hold on you. And with that Sabían symbol represented by the empty bag, you need to empty yourself of that ego control, air it out in the open window so that you can have a fresh start, a vessel to be able to create something new. Here in the second position, we have the Empress in reverse. It says feminine power, insecure, blocked creativity, pay attention to your body, dependence, and negligence. Now, dependency. Feminine power that's blocked could be dependency on someone else, right? Someone else. What will they think of me? Or maybe I'll ruin this relationship if I decide to create something new in my life that they don't agree with. So what is the solution for the Empress in reverse? Please and thank you. We need to reshuffle. Nothing came out here. What is the solution for the Empress in reverse? Please and thank you. Four of Cups, self-serving disinterest. Now, the Four of Cups is about not seeing the opportunities that lie ahead. Okay, Four of Cups is about not seeing the opportunities that lie ahead. It means that you have ignored what opportunities are being provided to you and for you. And in this case, what is it regarding? It's regarding a loss of your feminine power. It's not feeling empowered as a feminine entity. Now that it's energy, right? So you could be a man not honoring your feminine energy, or you could be a woman not honoring your feminine energy. The energy of creativity, the energy of opportunity, like Venusian energy, right? Venus. And when you're ignoring the opportunities that are right in front of you, it could mean that you don't feel powerful enough to make the choices that will ultimately get you to what you desire. And the fix is to look for those opportunities. Instead of looking for what might not work, look toward those opportunities. So Two of Cups in reverse is the third one, and it says unhealthy attachment. We talked about the South Node in Libra, other people that might be holding you back, or you holding you back because of other people, and you not manifesting your desires because of other people. So let's just see here. What is the solution for the Two of Cups in reverse? We've got the King of Swords upright. Mind over matter. I love that. You know why I love that for the Two of Cups in reverse? With that problem, the problem with the inconjunct with the South Node in Libra, that problem is holding yourself back and making excuses because of other people. I could never do that. I could never start my own business because my mom thinks I can't do it. My dad thinks I can't do it. I could never go to college and study theater. Oh my God, what would my family do? Or I could never find the love of my life. My parents want me to marry within my culture, within my religion. If I go on Bumble, if I go on Tinder, if I go on, I might find someone who's not in my culture or my religion, and then my family will reject me. So I love this King of Swords saying mind over matter, because this solution for you to manifest everything that you desire is about you not letting emotions get the best of you. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. It's about you not letting your emotions get the best of you. Okay? Taurus is a pretty non-emotional sign. Taurus is a very basic sign. It's about the basics. What do I need to live? I need some food over here. I need some clean water over here. I need some shelter over here. I need some beauty here. I'll have some plants in my environment. I do need a bed. I need a table to eat at. I need maybe some silverware. Taurus is about the basics. It's not about getting too involved and too emotional and all caught up in emotions and saying, I can't do this. I can't manifest my basic needs. No, it's like, no, you need your basic needs. And so I have a feeling that if you're really wanting to manifest something big in your life, and the things that are holding you back is fear of going out there against convention, fear that the opportunities might not be there, and fear what others might think, the solution is King of Swords. The King of Swords is totally non-emotional. The King of Swords is like, these are the facts. That's it. Go with logic. Those are the facts. Here's what we need to do. And I really feel like for this new moon in Taurus to manifest in this beautiful energy, everything that you desire, when those ego fears come, the solution is to go with logic. The solution is to go with logic. And as you go with logic, then you will be able to outline your intentions. You'll be able to get down to the bare bones of the things that you truly desire in this world to manifest. And you won't be terribly worried on the how. You won't be worried about other people. You won't be worried about your own emotions and limiting beliefs, but you're just going to get it done. And I love that. I think that's absolutely beautiful to be able to get lucky this new moon, have good luck when preparedness meets opportunity, and to manifest the life of your dreams. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this with others who are interested in astrology. And thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy one of my 11 published books. You can book a reading with me, and I will see you in the next video.